and welcome to South Asia Today, a show that provides you the glimpses of South Asia. I'm your host, Shivangi Mishra. Let's begin with the headlines first. Indian state of Gujarat pioneering enhanced healthcare services for all. Nepal welcomes back record-holding climbers Nima Rinzi and Dawa Yangzum. And protesters in POGB demand immediate release of detained political activist, calls out government repressions. Let's begin the show. As Indian state of Gujarat celebrates Vikas Saptah, marking 23 years of transformation under Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the state has made significant strides in healthcare, expanding infrastructure and launching key initiatives in maternal health, immunization and disease control. We have a report. A mobile healthcare unit equipped with life-saving devices and staffed by paramedics, doctors and nurses reaches out to patients in rural parts of Gujarat. With 128 such mobile health units across 27 districts, the Gujarat government, under the National Rural Health Mission, delivers primary care directly to villagers' doorsteps. This initiative reduces the long journeys villagers previously had to make to access essential medical services.
यहाँ अपना नरेंद्र भाई मोदी साहब मुख्यमंत्री थे, अब वड़ा प्रधान बने, तब से यहाँ मेडिकल यूनिट कैंप गांव-गांव में आता है, घर-घर में ट्रीटमेंट चालू होता है.
हमारे गाम में दर मंगलवारे गाड़ी સેવાની આવે છે. એ મોબાઈલ યુનિટ એના દવા મફત મળે છે અમને અને લોકો ઘણા સારા થાય છે.
ऐसा कोई बीमार है या उसको कुछ पता नहीं है और आरोग्य की सुविधा लेना चाहता है तो उसे गांव में जाके या फिर कोई बूढ़ा है, बुजुर्ग है, चल नहीं पाता तो उसके घर पर भी जाके हम ये सेवाएं देते हैं.
Gujarat has ranked first in the good health and well-being category for the second consecutive year, according to Niti Ayog's SDG India Index 2023-24. Under Narendra Modi's leadership as Chief Minister, the state made significant strides in healthcare, expanding infrastructure and launching key initiatives in maternal health, immunization and disease control. In 2012, he established the Gujarat Medical Services Corporation to ensure timely access to essential medicines. The state continues to set a benchmark for healthcare accessibility, affordability and quality services.
हड्डी के कॉम्प्लेक्स से कॉम्प्लेक्स केसेस, ऑर्थोपेडिक के, इसी हिसाब से न्यूरोसर्जरी, ट्यूमर है या कुछ भी करना हो तो उसको बिल्कुल ही चिंता नहीं करनी है. सिर्फ अपना कार्ड दिखाना है और आना है, चले जाना है और यहाँ से उसको ट्रांसफ़र अलाउंस भी मिलता है कि जिसकी वजह से वो अपने घर सुरक्षित जा सके. मेरे हिसाब से इससे बड़ा आशीर्वाद किसी भी फैमिली के लिए नहीं हो सकता है कि एक अगर मैंने ये PMJ कार्ड निकाल दिया मेरे जीवन में कभी वो पैसे का बोझ नहीं आएगा.
When Narendra Modi became Prime Minister in 2014, he expanded several initiatives from his time as Gujarat's Chief Minister. Gujarat's Chiranjeevi Yojana evolved into the PM Matrutva Vandana Yojana, improving health outcomes for pregnant and lactating women. The Mukhyamantri Amrutam Yojana, launched in Gujarat in 2012, was expanded nationally as the Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana in 2018. At Vadodara's SSG Hospital, patients from Gujarat and neighbouring states receive free treatment for serious illnesses under the Ayushman Card scheme. Sajid Ganchi, a 48-year-old driver from Halol, underwent cancer surgeries and chemotherapy at no cost.
बहुत अच्छी. अब गरीब यहाँ से तो क्या करेंगे, नहीं होता था पैसे. आयुष्मान कार्ड अच्छा है तो हो गया वो पैसा आयुष्मान कार्ड.
Gujarat's healthcare infrastructure has significantly improved with a total of 2,647 hospitals. To further enhance healthcare services, the Gujarat government allocated Rs 15,182 crores to healthcare in the 2023-24 budget, up from Rs 12,240 crores in 2022-23. Under the double-engine leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel, healthcare is becoming more accessible across Gujarat. Nepal's record-holding climbers Nima Rinji Sherpa and Dawa Yangzum Sherpa returned to Kathmandu on Monday to a hero's welcome. Family and relatives eagerly awaited their arrival while celebratory bands played and fellow Sherpa women danced in joy. Emerging from Tribhuvan International Airport's VIP terminal, the climbers were greeted with garlands and khada scarves. They were the stars among a dozen record-settling climbers celebrated that day. Have a look.
Nepal's record-holding climbers, Nima Rinji Sherpa and Dawa Yangzum Sherpa was welcomed as heroes upon their return to Kathmandu on Monday after achieving the remarkable feat. Family and relatives eagerly lined up to greet the record-setting climbers while bands played and fellow Sherpa women danced in celebration. As they exited the VIP terminal of Tribhuvan International Airport, a crowd gathered to present them with garlands and khada scarves. Nima Rinji Sherpa and Dawa Yangzum were the highlights among a dozen record-setting climbers who emerged from the terminal. On October 9th, Nima Rinji Sherpa set a world record as the youngest person to summit all 14 peaks above 8,000 meters, culminating with his ascent of Mount Shishapangma. Nima Rinji Sherpa, the remarkable age of 18 years and 5 months, made history by becoming the youngest person to summit all 14 of the world's highest peaks over 8,000 meters last Wednesday. Another record-setting female climber, Dawa Yangzum, last week successfully climbed all the 14th of the world's peaks towering over 8,000 meters. Her last triumph was the Tibet Shishapangma, which she was able to summit last week, completing her extraordinary journey and setting out a record in mountaineering history.
एकदम रमाइलो रहेछ जस्ट काम गरेको दुःख त सबै बिर्स्यो थ्यांक यू सो मच
Dawa, also the first female Asian mountain guide certified by the International Federation of Mountain Guides, set her sights on all 14 of the world's highest mountains. As the first Nepali woman to conquer all 14 of the world's highest peaks, she has paved the way for future generations of climbers, proving that the sky is indeed the limit.
Now we take a look at some happenings in Asia in a segment called Asia Watch.
A bumper harvest and a hefty grain surplus in Iraq, typically one of the Middle East's biggest wheat importers, has left the government with the prospect of a net loss of nearly $500 million, according to Reuters calculations. The 1.5 million metric ton wheat surplus, helped by better than expected rains, but above all by government subsidies, is excellent news for farmers. For the government, however, which pays them more than double the global market price to encourage cultivation of the food staple, is often a reed conditions, the price is high. According to the calculations, based on official figures and conversations with more than 10 government officials, farmers, mill owners, analysts and exporters, the government will have made a loss of $458.37 million once it has paid the farmers and assuming it manages to sell the access to private millers in Iraq at an agreed price. Critics say it needs to better balance the challenges of motivating farmers and limited financial and other resources. To meet the needs of its subsidy program, the government needs between 4.5 and 5 million tons annually. Historically, Iraq, as part of the Fertile Crescent from the Mediterranean to the Gulf, is where farming developed more than 10,000 years ago. In recent years, Iraqi agriculture has suffered from a lack of rainfall linked to climate change, less water flowing through its two main rivers, the Tigris and the Euphrates, and decades of conflict that have interfered with cultivation. Visitors to Hiroshima's Memorial Peace Park, which commemorates the city's devastation by an atomic bombing, cheered the award of the Nobel Peace Prize to Japanese organization Nihon Hindakyo. The group, led by victims of the bombing, known in Japanese as Hibakusha, was the second Japanese winner of the prize in its 123-year history. The Norwegian Nobel Committee said in its citation that Nihon Hindakyo was receiving the Peace Prize for its efforts to achieve a world free of nuclear weapons and for demonstrating through witness testimony that nuclear weapons must never be used again. Malaysia played host to a pair of German naval vessels, highlighting Germany's expanding presence in the Indo-Pacific region. The frigate FGS Baden-Württemberg and the support ship FGS Frankfurt am Main docked at Malaysia's Port Klang during its Indo-Pacific deployment. The visit signals a strengthened Indo-Pacific engagement for the two countries amid heightened South China Sea tensions. During a welcome ceremony, Germany's ambassador to Malaysia, Peter Blomier, said he was committed to preserving peace and security in the waters in the Indo-Pacific region.
Moving on, tensions are rising in the Gilgit region of Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan as citizens unite in a powerful display of dissent. People of POGB are protesting outside the Central Press Club in the Gilgit region of Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan. This latest uproar follows the shocking detention of a political activist, igniting outrage among locals who fear their voices are being silenced. With a history of arbitrary arrests, the crackdown on political dissent is increasingly becoming a significant concern in the region.
Vibrant slogans echoed outside the Central Press Club in Gilgit, uniting voices in a powerful stand against political repression in Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan. In a determined stand, local youth and members of the Awami Action Committee gathered to demand the release of political leaders and activists recently detained in the region. This demonstration was sparked by the alarming arrest of prominent youth worker Wazir Hasnain Raza, whose family has reported being denied access to him. Rallying with powerful chants, demonstrators assembled to urge the release of Raza and other political leaders recently taken into custody.
जो हमारे एक के सियासी रहनुमा है अवामी एक्शन कमेटी के पूरे गिलगित बल्तिस्तान के हुकूक की बात करता है वजीर हसनैन रज़ा, ये जो इनके ऊपर जो दफे लगे, जो इनके ऊपर जो इल्ज़ाम है जिसकी बुनियाद पे उसे गिरफ्तार किया गया है और उसकी जनाब अभी जैसे कि दोस्तों ने कहा उसकी मुलाकात नहीं करा रहे हैं उसके रिश्तेदारों से, वकला से। ये जो अमल है, ये जो इक़दाम है, ये जो रवैया है रियासत का, ये समझने की जरूरत है। अवाम दुश्मन, गरीब दुश्मन, ये जो हुक्मरान तबका है, इसकी जो मेंटेलिटी है, इसकी जो सोच है, इसका जो नजरिया है इन हुक्मरानों का, वो है अवाम को लूटना, अवाम का इस्तेसाल करना और उनके वसाइल लूट के अपनी अयाशियां करना और गरीबों को, आम लोगों को इस जबर के माहौल में उससे बेदस्त पा करके उनको मसाइल मिल जाना। तो ऐसे एक वहशी हुक्मरान तबके से, ऐसे एक अवाम दुश्मन हुक्मरान तबके से जिनके सामने इंसानी हुकूक की कोई अहमियत नहीं है, जिनके सामने जमहूरी हुकूक की कोई अहमियत नहीं है, इंसानियत की कोई अहमियत नहीं है, आम लोगों की अहमियत नहीं है, तो उससे हम क्या मुतालबा करें?
Observers note that the pattern of repression in POGB aims to silence voices advocating for the rights and autonomy of citizens. As the protests continue, the call for accountability and justice remains at the forefront, with demonstrators vowing to persist until their demands are met.
वज़ीर हसन अगर मैं वजीर हसनैन को ये कहता हूं, खुदा की कसम तुमने ये कभी नहीं सोचना कि तुम्हारे आगे पीछे कोई नहीं, बल्कि तुम्हारे पीछे अवामी एक्शन कमेटी गिलगित बल्तिस्तान के तमाम मेंबर तुम्हारे पीछे खड़े हैं। स्कर्दों में धरने में बैठे तमाम लोगों का खराज तहसीन पेश करते हैं। अकाली रज़वी को मैं सलाम पेश करता हूं कि वो बीमारी के आलम में भी दिन रात वजीर हसनैन की रिहाई के लिए अगर वो बल्तिस्तान में धरने पर है तो वो एक ही वजह है, क्योंकि वजीर हसनैन वो कोई अपनी जाती लड़ाई नहीं लड़ रही, बल्कि हम तमाम की इज्तिमाई लड़ाई वजीर हसनैन लड़ रहे हैं इस टाइम पर।
Government repression in Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan has become a significant concern, manifesting through arbitrary arrests, censorship, and a general crackdown on political dissent. Arrests of activists and political leaders such as Wazir Hasnain Raza illustrate the broader strategy of intimidation used to stifle opposition.
Gujarat, a thriving economic powerhouse, leverages its 1,600-kilometer coastline and 49 operational ports to drive nearly 41% of India's maritime cargo. The PM Gati Shakti Gujarat initiative, along with South Coastal Corridor, is transforming industrial connectivity, boosting local industries, and unlocking new tourism opportunities. Gujarat's minor ports play a pivotal role in fueling trade, accelerating economic growth, and strengthening its position as the global trade hub.
Gujarat, a key economic hub, leverages its 1,600-kilometer coastline to fuel trade and industry growth thanks to a well-developed infrastructure and business-friendly policies. With 49 operational ports, including the central government-managed Deen Dayal Port and 48 non-major ports under the Gujarat Maritime Board, the state leads in cargo throughput. Handling about 41% of India's maritime cargo, Gujarat's ports serve as vital gateways driving economic growth and boosting global connectivity.
बीते 2 दशकों में गुजरात की कोस्टलाइन को भारत की समृद्धि का द्वार बनाने के लिए हमने ईमानदारी से प्रयास किया। रोजगार के अनेक नए अवसर खड़े किए। गुजरात में हमने अनेकों पोर्ट्स विकसित किए, बहुत से पोर्ट्स का आधुनिकीकरण कराया।
When Narendra Modi became Chief Minister of Gujarat in 2001, the state's coastal potential was underutilized due to poor infrastructure. He envisioned transforming Gujarat into a global trade hub by developing minor ports and modernizing existing ones. The cities of Porbandar, Bhavnagar, Surat, and Valsad have been shortlisted for port-led development based on key criteria such as proximity to deep water access, availability of ample waterfront space, and strong connectivity to road and rail networks. These locations demonstrate significant potential to support sustainable industrial growth, making them ideal for driving economic progress through port infrastructure and trade. Gujarat's strong road connectivity and maritime development have significantly contributed to its high ranking in the Logistics Ease Across Different States (LEADS) Index. At the vibrant Gujarat Global Summit VGGS 2024, Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel noted that under Prime Minister Narendra Modi's leadership, a new era of prosperity has emerged through port development, emphasizing Gujarat's commitment to ports for prosperity and ports for progress. Gujarat's minor seaports have become lifelines for local entrepreneurs like Ajay Singh, who have thrived due to the development of Hazira Port, a versatile multi-cargo hub in South Gujarat. The growth of these minor ports is helping industries save on transportation and cargo handling costs, enhancing efficiency and competitiveness.
क्योंकि यहाँ नज़दीक में ट्रेड करने वालों के लिए अच्छा है कि उनके नज़दीक के पोर्ट डेवलप है, तो वहाँ पे इंटरनेशनल कोयला उतर सकता है, यूएस हो गया, इंडोनेशिया हो गया। तो इस वजह से लोकल से ट्रेडरों के लिए या छोटे व्यापारियों के लिए ये बहुत ही अच्छा काम हुआ है सरकार की तरफ से।
Over the past decade, traffic at Gujarat's non-major ports has grown by 5%. In 2023-24, Gujarat Maritime Board ports handled 449.26 MMT, million metric tons of cargo, up from 416.36 MMT the previous year. This growth is credited to non-major ports, which have boosted exports in agriculture and manufacturing, attracted investment, and spurred rapid growth in sectors like petrochemicals, textiles, and automobiles, strengthening Gujarat's industrial base through special economic zones.
आज की डेट में कंडला में ये जो डेवलपमेंट हुआ है, मुंद्रा के अंदर जो डेवलपमेंट हुआ है, तो गैंगसो है, केमिकल फैक्ट्रीज है, टेक्सटाइल फैक्ट्रीज है और स्टील्स की जो भी बड़ी बड़ी फैक्ट्रीज है। तो डेवलपमेंट इतना होता है। ट्रांसपोर्टेशंस, जो ट्रांसपोर्टेशन आज मेन चीज़ होती है आज कोई भी लॉजिस्टिक्स फैक्टर्स के अंदर, उसका भी बहुत बड़ा ट्रांजेक्शन डेवलपमेंट हुआ है। तो ऑब्वियसली आज छोटे पोर्ट में डेवलपमेंट जितना भी होगा, तो उसके सराउंडिंग जितने भी एक्टिविटीज़ छोटे छोटे लोग की हैं, वो सब एक्टिविटीज़ को ग्रोथ मिलना है, सब एक्टिविटीज़ को कहीं ना कहीं फ़ायदा होने वाला है।
Under Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel, the Gujarat government is advancing Narendra Modi's vision of harnessing the blue economy through the PM Gati Shakti Gujarat initiative. One key project is the 350-kilometer South Coastal Corridor, part of a 1,761-kilometer route from Umargam to Narayan Sarovar, which aims to enhance industrial connectivity, boost tourism, and improve access to ports like Dahej and Hazira for faster cargo movement. This initiative will strengthen industrial connectivity and unlock the tourism potential of the region.
Now it's time for me to wrap up today's episode. We'll be back next week at the same time. This is Shivangi Mishra signing off on behalf of the entire production team of South Asia Today. Goodbye and take care.